Your ex broke up with you and they're moving on very, very fast. Actually, they already have someone. You're probably thinking, were they seeing this person before? Did they cheat on me? Your self worth and value is just plummet to the gutters. I feel you. It's very, very hard. But there is actually only one thing that you can do if your ex broke up with you. Even if they moved on fast or not, it doesn't really matter. There's one thing that you can do. And let me show you what you can do. And what you can do is do absolutely nothing. Nothing. You probably ask yourself why. And here's what I want you to know: everything you will do will be used against you. I know it sounds like I'm reading to you your rights, but it's actually exactly like that. Because everything you do from the moment your ex broke up with you will be used against you. You gotta understand that your ex broke up with you because they had their own reasons. You don't know what they went through before they broke up with you. And I gotta tell you something before I will dive even deeper into everything will be used against you. I broke up with someone, and of course, my ex broke up with me. She actually cheated on me. I experienced a lot. And when I broke up with my ex, with one of my exes, I processed this so long before I actually pulled the trigger. And it was really, really, really hard. And let me tell you, the psychology of a dumper, when you dump someone, you're full of doubt and you're full of regret and fear. And when you pull the trigger and you actually say to your partner, I want to break up with you, what happens? Your reaction, the dumpee's reaction, actually dictates the way that the dumper will feel and whether they want to come back or not, because they're unsure. It's never an easy thing to do. Even if you think that your ex breaking up with you, it was easy for them, it's not. It's always hard. It's always hard. And if it looks like it's easy, it's because they processed the pain so long before. So this is why it looks easy. But let me tell you, there is such a thing that calls dumper's remorse. Always happens all the time. So your reaction will dictate the level of their certainty of making this decision. It can be at the moment that it happened, or if you're already past this moment that it's already happened, you gotta control what you do next, because everything you say and do will be used against you. Many times you feel like you're losing control and you want to remind them how beautiful your relationship was. That's a huge no-no. Or you want to talk to them to see how they're doing, because it's a person that was a large part of your journey of your life, and you want to maintain this connection, but you got to understand they don't. And if you do these things, contact your ex, and you probably by this point are familiar with the no contact rule. If you contact them, it will push them away even further. So if you want them to talk to you, you gotta give them space. You gotta let go. You cannot keep pushing for contact. They need the space. Give them the space, because when you give them the space, this space will be full of doubt for them. Did I make the right decision? And I remember one of my exes broke up with me, and I went online and I immediately found the no contact rule, and I just completely went radio silent. She caved and she came back. And actually also my ex that cheated on me, my last one, she cheated on me. This is why I started this channel and I'm starting these videos, because I gained so much knowledge and I want to share with you. After 55 days, she came crawling back. I said nothing. I did nothing. She went crazy because I was so quiet. She didn't know if she made the right decision or not. She was with this other dude, and just me being away made her miss me even more. So when you take away your energy, you take away your attention, they start pouring in theirs. But this is not what you do it. So like I said, everything that you say will be used against you, because now your ex is looking for validation. She or he wants to validate their decision. So if they broke up with you and you keep on talking to them and wanting them, they're like, this whole thing. And this is exactly what happened. And if they are dating someone else, it's even worse, because you need to show them that you can live without them. The scarcity will arouse a very deep desire in them to know what's going on with you too, because they cannot forget you that fast. You had a romantic relationship, they loved you, they shared beautiful moments with you. There is no way they can forget about you that quickly. So you gotta go radio silent. You gotta do nothing. You don't need to understand what I'm saying here, but you need to follow that. Everything you say, everything you do will be used against you. If you don't believe me, try it. Let me know how it goes. And try when you do nothing, let me know how it goes. And I'm telling you, you don't need to, because I've been through that. And many others went through that. And I've learned from them as well. And now you're learning from me. So do nothing. And the second thing is the power dynamics. This is the sweet spot when you go radio silent, you don't talk to your ex, nothing, and then they reach out to you, because if you reach out to them, the ball is at their court, and more often than not, they just kick the ball out of the court, because they don't really care, because they have the power. But if you are withdrawing your attention and your energy, and they come to you, the ball is in your court. And the power dynamics in this specific moment is the most important thing. And the only way that you can gain and tilt the power dynamics into your advantage is to go no contact, don't contact them, don't talk to them, don't show them any sign of that you're even alive or thinking about them, even though I believe that your mind is going nuts thinking about them 24/7. You may be losing sleep, losing appetite, vomiting, diarrhea, all that. And I know the stuff because it's things that I went through. You can also see I documented my breakup. You can click the link in the description below or right here and see how I went through my breakup. And it was really, really challenging, really tough, but it built the man that I am today. And I'm proud of that. And you should be proud of yourself too for going through it. But if you go through it right, you will heal so much faster. And when your ex will crawl back, this is when I told my ex, I don't want you back. I want nothing to do with you. And you will get the last laugh all the time if you follow these very simple steps. So like I said, the power dynamic will change. And this is where the ball is in your court, but you've got to do the work, which means just don't talk to them. Go radio silent. Let's continue. What can help you? Because I understand it can be extremely challenging, and you say to yourself, all right, it sounds beautiful, but how? What really can help me? And what helped me is try to understand them. Don't blame, and work on yourself. I'm going to address these two. Try to understand them and don't blame. When I started researching the psychology of a dumper, or the psychology even of human beings, attachment styles, you're probably familiar with anxious attachment style, avoidant attachment style, secure attachment style. You will recognize that you are anxious and they are avoidant. More often than not, the person who is initiating a breakup is more avoidant by nature, and the anxious one is more likely to be dumped. So you're probably more anxious, and you can use it to your advantage because you're curious. You want to know, you want to learn, you want to understand. This is why you're watching this right now. So when you try to understand them, you can see that they actually live a very miserable life, being an avoidant and being a person who is able to go through an emotional connection with someone and move to another emotional connection. This is an unhealthy behavior, because if you are healed, you will never go immediately to someone else. You process your emotions, you do it differently, you end things differently. It's different. And think for yourself, can you be with someone else right now? No, because you're emotionally attuned, and the person who is avoidant, they're not emotionally attuned. And this is why it's easier for them to go through from one person to the next. And to be honest, this is also not a person that you want to be with. If they can't respect you, why you want to respect them? Ask yourself, if somebody doesn't want me, what would I want them? Why? And I said it to myself. It was a light bulb moment for me when I said, she withdrew her attention. She doesn't want me. So it doesn't matter how much I want her. If she doesn't want me, it's pointless. And I know there is the emotional investment that you already have within this relationship, but you got to let it go, because the faster you let it go, the quicker you let it go, the quicker you will heal, and the quicker you'll find someone else. You will. I know it sounds like you'll never meet anybody, but this is not true. You will. You just need to do the work on yourself. And work on yourself is also working out. The most beautiful thing that I've gave to myself with this breakup, in my previous breakup, about 5 years ago, I went to drugs, I went to alcohol, and I had so many vices because I didn't know how to handle the emotional impact that this breakup had on me. In this last breakup last year, I went to self-development, start working out, eating right, because I said to myself, the breakup punished me enough. I was punished by this breakup already. And all I can do is either punish myself more or be good to myself. And I started to do things, and I said to myself, I either do things for me or to me. And when I wanted to eat a pizza just to fill the emotional void, I said, I do this to me. When I eat healthy food and working out, I do this for me. And the more things I did for me, the more I loved myself, the more I respected myself, the more I admired myself, the more I really wanted to become better, and I became better. And not long after, all of a sudden, I got a six-pack. I got the biceps. And I was starting to feel better. When you move, you feel better. And I gained my self-confidence back. I start looking better. Everything changed. And you build self-respect. You build self-confidence, because confidence comes from competence, and you got to be competent. You got to put in the work. And when you put in the work on yourself, reading books, educating yourself, your next relationship will be so much better. And the relationship I am right now, conscious relationship, she understands attachment style. She went through breakups herself, and you start seeing how when you heal, you attract a healed person. But your ex, she's not healed, and she or he attracted an unhealed person as well, because a healed person will not be with a wounded person, especially not very, very quickly. Okay, last but not least, it gets me to what I wanted to say here, my personal advice. Move on and never look back. Never look back. Always go forward. Because once it's ended, it's over. You have two choices. You either stay there for months or years, or you move on. And to move on, you need to build a new image of your future, the person you want to be with. And if you need help with that, I help people with that. So you can leave me a comment below, or shoot me a text or a message or an email, and I can help you with that. And once you start building an image of the person you want to be with, that's the most beautiful gift you can ever give yourself. I said I want a yoga teacher. I wanted a conscious female that embodied her femininity and many other stuff. And I found it because I knew exactly what I wanted. And after a breakup, you're more clear of what you want and what you don't want. So make a list of the person you want to be with, the boundaries that you have now, what you're not willing to tolerate, and start being more attuned to yourself. Start building a new future, because if you don't have a clear image of your future, you will always return to your past. With that said, you guys, I'm sending you much love. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that this video helped you. If you want more content just like this one, leave me a comment below with questions, and I would be more than happy to answer to any question you may have. I have a lot of knowledge, but I need you guys to ask me to extract it even more. Your questions really help me create better content. So thank you so much. Love you, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.